Top story, the Troup County Sheriff's Office revealing new information today about the arrest of a soldier and the murder of a young nurse who police say was pregnant with a baby boy.
Hey Barbara, Jason. So police say that the person they believe responsible for killing the 28-year-old nurse is in fact the father of her unborn baby boy, an Army soldier stationed in North Carolina.
Oh, it's been awful. It's just been like a dream, like a blur.
We got a call to what we thought was a simple automobile accident. It turned out to be a murder.
A murder that would shock the Chattahoochee Valley and leave a family shaken to its core. Police say the suspect, Alonzo Dargan, was the father of victim Akilah Ware's unborn son.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories. Akilah Ware, 29, was a devoted mother and daughter. According to her family and friends, she was a loving daughter, mother, and a great co-worker. She worked her way through school to become a registered nurse. She was a family person. But what Akilah did not realize that dating a married man would end her life cold-blooded. Akilah Ware was born October 16, 1992 in LaGrange, Troup County, Georgia. She also went to Troup County Comprehensive High School, and then she furthered her education at the Southern Union State Community College and received an associate degree in nursing. But her life took a turn for the worse on October 5, 2021. An expectant mother was found fatally shot on the side of Georgia Highway this week. Deputies responded to reports of a car crash, discovered 29-year-old Akilah Ware suffering from gunshot wound in her bullet-riddled car off the side of Highway 18. Investigators believe Ware, who was 33 weeks pregnant, had been followed by the perpetrator before she was shot at, ran off the road, and left to die. She was transported to a hospital where she died to her injuries. Her unborn baby also did not survive. During Friday's press conference, Woodruff announced the Ware's boyfriend, Alonzo Dargan Jr., is believed to be her killer. He was taken into custody the day before by the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. Dargan, an active duty soldier, grew up in Troup County and knew Ware from school, according to authorities. He was the father of her unborn child.
They say the 30-year-old soldier stationed at Fort Bragg in North Carolina trailed Ware's vehicle on Highway 18 in Troup County while firing multiple rounds into the car until he finally ran the mother, who was 33 weeks pregnant, off the road. It was later determined from the evidence on scene Dargan drove a silver 2000 Nissan Altima and was in Troup County at the time of the incident. Now, police located him at Fort Bragg Army Installation in North Carolina, and he was taken into custody.
I went to the scene and could not believe that somebody had shot and killed a young mother of 5 children.
From what we have gathered, they were in a relationship with each other.
Twyla Ware, the mother of 28-year-old Akilah Ware, says her daughter was a nurse with plans of going back to school, buying a house, and moving to Columbus.
She set goals and she achieved goals. She just had a whole life, ahead of her.
Now the grandmother to Ware's 5 children say she's trying to pick up the pieces and cope with the loss of the daughter that was ripped from this world.
Whatever it was that was going through his mind to take her life, it wasn't worth it. He could have just, for whatever reason, just walked away.
In North Carolina by military police, I'm told that he's currently waiting extradition from North Carolina back here to Troup County.
Authorities also revealed that Dargan is married with other children.
Alonzo Dargan Jr. getting the chance to address the family and friends, saying he was remorseful for what he did.
Your Honor, first and foremost, I want to say sorry and apologize to Akilah, to our baby, and this for his family and friends. I've taken away a daughter, a grandson, a sister, a nephew, a friend, a loved one, and last and most importantly, a mother and brother.
Family and friends filling the courtroom. Jabari Watson, Ware's best friend, taking the stand, saying now 5 kids have to grow up without their mother.
I look at it like this: his kids still can write him, his mother still can send him pictures on birthdays and holidays. He still can watch his people grow up. Akila's not here to watch her kids grow up. She's not here for their birthday parties, their proms, graduations, when they get married or anything.
George Scott Jr., Akila's father, says justice was served today.
And I think the sentence was more adequate. And I think we would have wanted more, but the system works. In that case, it's working.
Brianna Dargan says her husband is not a monster, that he was a loving and caring father to both of her children and would go above and beyond to help anyone. She tells us there is more than one victim in this tragedy. Army soldier Alonzo Dargan Jr. was arrested in Fort Bragg, North Carolina 2 days later on October 7th of 2021. His wife, Brianna Dargan, says this tragedy has affected multiple families, changing their lives forever.
He was and still is an amazing father. He speaks to his children every single day, and he has spoken to them every single day since he has left and become incarcerated. His children are greatly affected by this, and I want to remind people of that there are not just 5 children that are victims here. There are 7 children that are victims here.
Brianna Dargan says when she heard the news about what took place on October 5th of 2021, she could not believe it.
And his friends and family and my family, we all still have a very hard time wrapping our minds around this. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. And it's not who he was.
Who he is now is a killer, as Alonzo Dargan Jr. pleaded guilty just last Friday to charges ranging from murder to feticide. His wife tells us that plea was devastating because it robbed her of closure.
It's a tragic outcome. No one won here. Alonzo didn't win. Akila didn't win. Akila's family didn't win. Her children didn't win. My family and my children didn't win. This was not an outcome where anyone gained anything from it. There's a lot of victims here, and there's a lot of hurt going around. I don't think this is something I will truly ever heal from.
Dargan tells me she sends her condolences to the Ware family. She also says she will continue to support her husband, who was sentenced to life in prison.
I'm going to give my thoughts and opinion on this story. What this man did was senseless. It didn't have to happen. I honestly believe he didn't want the child, or she was planning on telling his wife, and that's why he was so outraged. But nevertheless, she and her unborn child did not deserve to die. He took this woman's life cold-blooded and left her on the side of the road to die. This man knew he was married, and therefore he shouldn't have stepped out of his marriage to be with another woman. More than likely, she knew he was married. She had 5 kids. Now they are left without a mother and for someone else to raise. Ladies and gentlemen, know your worth. Sleeping with someone that is married or even have a relationship will not always turn out good. So ladies and gentlemen, love yourself enough to not get into a situation that you don't belong in. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below. I will continue to keep my thoughts and prayer with the family, and I will see y'all in my next video.